Once upon a time, when the blood refused silence. The story of Chidi. In a quiet farming settlement near Enugu State, there lived a young woman named Chidi. Chidi was not rich. She owned a small roadside stall where she sold gari, palm oil, and roasted groundnuts. Every morning before the sun rose, she swept the front of her stall and arranged her goods neatly. She did not trouble anyone. She worked hard and struggled honestly for her daily bread. People in the village knew her as a quiet soul who laughed easily and never interfered in other people's matters. But sometimes, the most harmless people become victims of the darkest acts. One evening, after closing her stall, Chidi began the short walk back to her small house at the edge of the village. She never reached home. The next morning, the village woke to terrible news. Chidi had been found lifeless in a narrow path leading through the bush. No robbery, no clear reason, just a young life cut short. The villagers gathered in shock. But the truth was hidden. Those who had taken her life stayed silent, and silence is often the shield of the guilty. In the old traditions, elders believed something powerful. The blood of the innocent does not sleep quietly. That night, the village dogs howled without reason. The wind moved strangely through the trees, and the elders began to whisper. They said Chidi's spirit was restless because justice had not been done. Days passed, then strange things began happening to the men who had secretly taken Chidi's life. Sleep abandoned them. Night after night they woke in terror, claiming they heard footsteps behind them. Some saw Chidi standing at the edge of their dreams. One of them began shouting in the middle of the night. Their peace disappeared. Silence had turned into torment. One afternoon, unable to bear the weight any longer, one of the men ran to the village square. "I cannot keep this anymore," he shouted. The villagers gathered, and there, in front of everyone, he confessed. He named the others. He told how they had ended Chidi's life in darkness. Thinking no one would ever know, the crowd gasped. The elders gathered quickly. In the old ways of the land, such evil could not remain among the people. The men who had committed the crime were stripped of everything. Their houses were destroyed, and they were banished. In every community they tried to settle. Rumors followed them. People rejected them. Doors closed. Eventually, one by one, they died in loneliness. Not by revenge, but by the slow punishment of guilt, disgrace, and isolation. After the truth came out, something in the village changed. The strange disturbances stopped. The nights became calm again. The elders said quietly, "Chidi's blood has finally been heard." Her grave became a place where people remembered her kindness. Injustice may hide for a time, but the truth of innocent blood has a way of finding its voice. Sometimes justice comes through the law, sometimes through the courage of confession, and sometimes through the restless weight of guilt when the innocent cry from the ground. The earth itself will one day answer. What are your thoughts? Thanks for watching.